It's no secret that Colorado is home to very expensive cities and can be an expensive place to live for both locals and newcomers, as these are also some of the most beautiful places to live in the entire country. Colorado is one of the most picturesque states in the nation thanks to the stunning Rocky Mountains. But these rugged peaks are also responsible for making it hard to access these cities during inclement weather. If you're thinking about calling any of these notable beautiful cities home, this video is for you. The most expensive places to live in Colorado are also likely the places you might know and not be too surprised by seeing them on this list. Number 7. Estes Park. As the main gateway to Rocky Mountain National Park, it's no wonder that Estes Park makes our list of the most expensive places to live in Colorado. In 2019, Rocky Mountain National Park received 4.6 million visitors, which is a lot for a town with a population hovering around 6,000 people, and many of them staying in or near the town and traveling through Estes Park. Why is Estes Park so expensive? The typical cost of buying a home in Estes Park has increased 10% in the past year alone. Since the town of Estes Park is surrounded by the Rocky Mountains, it forces folks into a small area of land, which drives up home prices. There is a lot of demand for housing in Estes Park, but not a lot of space to continue building, which drives the cost up even more. The city is also a hallmark for the Stanley Hotel, which has its own fan base thanks to it being the inspiration of Stephen King's The Shining. This, paired with a booming tourist scene that the Rocky Mountain National Park sees every year, means that Estes Park continues to be a popular place to not only visit, but to live. Number 6. Boulder. Unlike the other cities on this list, Boulder is not located west towards the Rocky Mountains. Instead, it's situated along Colorado's Front Range, and is the most expensive city along this corridor. This town has an easy commute southeast to Denver and is a great place to raise a family, even if it's not a cheap endeavor. So why is Boulder so expensive? Offering an excellent quality of life and amazing views, Boulder is a college town at heart. It's home to the University of Colorado Boulder and caters to a number of tech startups and major corporations, including Google. The town offers a very healthy lifestyle thanks to plenty of hiking and biking trails, plus an active nightlife scene with lots of bars and restaurants. During the school year, the town's population swells by an additional 30,000-ish people, which adds to the cost of housing there, as such a large chunk of it is dedicated to rentals for students. Residents get access to great schools, an abundance of jobs, and overall high quality of life. Not to mention, Boulder sits at the base of the foothills and offers gorgeous views from nearly every spot in town. Number 5. Breckenridge. Of all the most expensive towns on this list, Breckenridge is my personal favorite, but it's also a very costly place to live. In a study done by LendingTree, Breckenridge was ranked as the number 3 spot for one of the most expensive towns in America. The information showed that Breck is compared to the home value of San Diego, which is really saying something. What makes Breckenridge so expensive? Unlike some of the other expensive places on this list, Breckenridge is a bit less touristy and a place locals tend to pick as their winter activity destination. There are fewer big brands and more small businesses located here. There is also an abundance of local mom and pop shops, small boutiques, and indie restaurants in Breck. This small mountain town prefers to promote a culture of local business and entrepreneurship. It's less likely to find huge money-saving deals like you would at the larger, big box stores, but with the benefit of knowing that the money spent here will likely stay local. Breckenridge is also located pretty close to Denver and offers world-class skiing, snowboarding, and other mountain activities in the winter. During the summer, Breckenridge has plenty of hiking, biking, and rafting, and free gondola rides. To say there are a lot of things to do in Breck is an understatement, and you'll understand what I mean when you visit it for the first time. Number 4. Crested Butte. Located in Gunnison County, Crested Butte is situated in one of the most stunning parts of Colorado. Often called the wildflower capital of the world, the area is home to natural wonders like the Blue Mesa Reservoir and Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, a truly underrated national park. What makes Crested Butte so expensive? The economy of this mountain town is strong, despite having no franchises or popular chains. But the town is also very secluded, without any sizable towns nearby. There is one way in and one way out. There is no passing through. And with a population of only around 1,400 or so residents, the city is able to provide a job for everyone. Crested Butte offers a small town vibe with big city appeal. In the spring and summer, The town becomes a haven for the Wildflower Festival, which showcases the gorgeous rolling hills full of wildflowers, which makes for a popular tourist destination in the warmer months. Locals and visitors come to Crested Butte to experience the local culture and stunning Colorado scenery. Number 3. Vail. Now we are getting into the part of the list of towns that people shouldn't be too surprised by hearing that are rather pricey. And with a population of nearly 4,500 residents, the town of Vail might be small, but it doesn't make it any less expensive. The average home price in Vail, Colorado, currently is nearly $1.8 million, with an average cost of living that is nearly twice the national average. So what makes Vail so expensive? Part of what makes Vail an expensive city to live in is where it's located, combined with the high demand. Vail, like the number 1 town on this list, holds the status as a world-famous luxury ski resort with top-tier accommodations, year-round amenities, and outstanding restaurants. Vail Resort also spans an impressive 5,300 acres and is considered one of the largest ski resorts in North America. The location and size of the city of Vail makes it a very popular destination for upscale skiing and luxurious vacations. There is a high demand for amenities and activities, which increases the cost of transporting food and goods to this mountain town. Number 2. Telluride. The second most expensive place to live in Colorado currently is Telluride, which has surpassed the town of Vail. The average cost of a home in Telluride is nearly $2 million due to the city's small size and increased demand for housing. So why is Telluride so expensive? As with other mountain towns in Colorado, what drives up the cost of Telluride is simply supply and demand. The city resides in a secluded location about 2.5 hours south of Interstate 70, which means that Telluride is not an easily accessible mountain town during icy or snowy conditions. And one of the main perks of Telluride is its natural beauty. It resides inside a box canyon, which consists of a narrow canyon with a flat bottom and very high square walls. To say that Telluride looks like a postcard that comes to life is truly an understatement. Number 1. Aspen. And by far, the most expensive place to live in Colorado is Aspen. According to Zillow, the average home value in Aspen is $3.6 million, which is up nearly 9% over last year. In fact, the median home cost here is nearly $2 million higher than Telluride, which is the second most expensive town in the state. This just seems insanely high priced when compared to the median home price in the entire state for this year is around $500,000. Because housing prices are so high in Aspen, the cost of living is also higher. Items like groceries and utilities cost much more than the national average. But why is it so expensive? The main reason is the location. The city is nestled deep into the Rocky Mountains, which makes for gorgeous views and offers an abundance of outdoor activities. However, the location also makes it difficult to access via car during the cold and snowy winter months. Despite being the most expensive city to live in Colorado, Aspen is still a popular destination for tourists and celebrities looking to indulge in the natural beauty of mountain living. While these are considered the most expensive places to live in Colorado, they are still worth checking out. I mean, they're tourist destinations and popular housing locations for good reason. And you can find the perfect city to live in Colorado, as the cost may be worth the amenities you gain. Have you visited any of these expensive Colorado towns? Share your thoughts in the comments below.